Hello amazing people, my name is Chenemi and once again you're welcome to my channel. In today's video I'll be teaching you how to make this ball gown. It has a double peplum. The one under is a round peplum while the one on top is a handkerchief flea. Then it has a built up neckline and then it has a puff sleeve, a mini puff sleeve. But before we get started, I'd like you to like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notification button so you get notified each time I post a new video. Now for this tutorial, let's get started. First of all, go ahead and fold your fabric into two and then place your half cut measurement plus extra 6 inches. So I'm trying to determine the 6 inches which is going to be for my built up collar right there, and then mark a straight line across it. Once that is done, from the center front I'll come in by 3 inches and then I indicate it right there. Then I'll go up by 3.5 inches, which is the neck width for the back of my dress. So on that 3.5 inches, I'll go backwards by 1.5 inches and then I'll indicate it right there. So once that is done, I'll go ahead and place my neck depth for the front piece at 9 inches. And then I'll go ahead and connect from my collar to make my neck depth. So my neck depth for the front pattern I said is 9 inches, and then I'm connecting it right there to meet the built up collar. Once that is done, I'll go up by half an inch like so, and then I'll connect it to meet the edge right there at that 1.5 inches. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and make sure all the measurements I have around there is 2.75 inches because I want my collar to be 1.75 inches. The other 1 inch is for sewing allowance on both sides, so I'll go ahead and connect my collar like so to make my neckline depth. So once that is done, I'll go ahead and extend my collar by half an inch like so, and then I'll just connect it the way you see me do. You can do 1 inch if you're not sure it's going to meet up your zipper allowance. Once you're done with marking the collar, the next thing is to go ahead and indicate your start line for your center front at 1 inch. So I'm just indicating it right there, and then I'll go ahead and place my armhole depth at 8 inches and then I'll connect it with a straight line. I'm just making sure I have 7.5 inches, which is my shoulder measurement, and then across that part. So I'm just making sure I have 7.5 inches and then I'll connect it to meet the center front. And then on that part, I'm going to go ahead and place my bust point measurement at 10 inches. And then I'll connect it with a straight line. That's 10 inches right there. So once that is done, I'll adjust my camera backward so you can see what I'm doing properly. And then I'm going to make sure that my bust point sits around 10 inches, upwards 9 inches, then downwards 11 inches. So that is my bust point is going to sit in around 9, 10 and 11 inches. I hope that is clear. Once that is done, I'll go ahead and place my shoulder to under bust measurement at 14 inches. And then my half cut measurement at 17 inches. 16 inches is my half cut measurement, 1 inch is for sewing allowance. Next thing is I'll place my nipple to nipple measurement at 4.5 inches across that line like so. And then on my under bust line I'll mark 3.5 inches and then I'll connect it with the other lines like so. From my nipple to nipple measurement I'll connect a slant to meet my under bust measurement right there. So the next thing to go ahead and do is to indicate the middle of my armhole, which is 4 inches. So after indicating it, I'll connect it to my nipple to nipple measurement. The next thing is to go ahead and snatch my waist at 2.5 inches around my under bust measurement. Then I'll connect it to meet my nipple to nipple measurement. So I use 2.5 inches for my dart elimination. 2.5 inches is just okay. So around the shoulder area, I'll go up by half an inch and then I'll connect it to meet the cup in front. And then on the edge, on the side, I'll go in by 1 inch and then I'll connect it to meet it also. So I'll come up by 1 inch right there and then I'll mark 1 inch around the armhole depth and then I'll connect it like so to meet it. So make sure you have that 1 inch extension around the armhole so your princess cup pattern will not be short of measurement. So next thing is to place my bust measurement divided by 4 plus extra 4 inches and then I marked it right there. And then here I'll place my under bust measurement divided by 4 plus extra 5 inches and then I'll connect it to meet my bust measurement on top like so. So next thing to do is to go ahead and cut out all the marked areas. once I'm done cutting, I'll go ahead and notch the bust point across both sides. So for the back piece, go ahead and mark your start line. I'm going to mark it at 1 inch right there for my start line, and I'll connect it with a straight line. Then I'll place my shoulder measurement divided by 2 plus extra 1 inches for zipper allowance. So my shoulder measurement is 7.5 inches plus extra 1.5 inches. I have 9 inches for my zipper allowance. So right there, I've gone ahead to mark my armhole depth at 8 inches, and then I connected it with a straight line. Then I went ahead to extend that same line backwards like so. So then I'll place my neck width measurement for the back is 3.5 inches plus extra 1.5 inches for zipper allowance. So what I have there is 5 inches. So I've gone ahead to indicate it right there. And then I'll connect it with a curve. I'm just trying to mark out my zipper allowance, which is at 1.5 inches. So once that is done, I'll go ahead and indicate the middle of my armhole at 4 inches, and then I'll connect with a curve to meet it like so. So the next thing to do is to place my bust measurement divided by 4. I'll place it right there, and then I'll add extra 2.5 inches for seam allowance. And then under that part, I'll mark my under bust measurement divided by 4 plus extra 2.5 inches for seam allowance. Now my half cut for the back is going to be 16 inches long. My half cut for the back is 16 inches long, and then that of the front is 17 inches long. So I'm going to slant my shoulder right there, and then I'm going to indicate 16 inches across it, and then I'll mark. So once that is done, the next thing you're going to do is to mark 7 inches away from the neckline, and then I'll connect it like so. This is me eliminating any bulge or zipper bulge around the back area. So once you cut out at half an inch, you're expected to eliminate any bulge that your zipper is supposed to have. So that's there is my zipper bulge elimination. So when I get to that point, I'll cut out half an inch like so, and then for the rest, I'll go ahead and cut it out straight. So after cutting out all this piece, I'm going to go ahead and cut out my lining for all of them, and then I've gone ahead to iron paper gum on it. So you can see my lining, and then I have paper gum on it, and then I've gone ahead to also iron my breast pad to all the parts. Both the back piece, I've cut out the lining for it, and then I've ironed paper gum on it. So the next thing to do is to attach my lining to my back piece first, and then I'll place it right sides facing each other, and then I'll sew with a straight line. So I'm done sewing, and then I've gone ahead to flip it over, and then I've ironed it. And then I've also gone ahead to do the same thing for the other side. So I have 2 pieces for my back piece right there. So once that is done, my center front measurement, I'll bring my breast pad, and then I'll place them side by side, or I'll sew them side by side, just like you see your Princess Dart pattern. So I'm just going to show you how I attached my breast cup to it. So just go ahead and start from the down slowly, just go, and then carefully you sew around that part, just to make sure you have that cup coming out. So it's very easy and simple. So that's it. And then I'm gonna ahead to put the other side also. I'll go ahead and sew straight. When I get to my under bust measurement, I'll just go ahead and bend it slightly, and then give it a curve. Just go ahead and attach it just the way you attach your Princess Dart bustier. It's a very simple process. Just be patient and go slow. So I'm done sewing it, and this is what I have, and then I'll go ahead and push up my cup. You can see my cup is already cupping right there. So this is what I have. This is so beautiful. The cup is very fine. Inside is very neat. Just make sure you do a neat job with this. So this is the inside of my breast cup, and this is the outer part of it. So once this is done, I'll go ahead and take my lining and then sew it also. And then once I'm done sewing my lining, I'll go ahead and place it on my center front, right sides facing each other, and then I'm going to go ahead and sew the neckline. So I'll sew like so, a V shape. I'm done sewing, and this is what I have, and then I'll go ahead and give it a notch around the neckline, and then give it a notch, a slight notch. So please make sure you're not cutting any thread around that side. So once I'm done notching, I'll go ahead and flip it over, and then I'll give it a good press. I'm going to iron it. So right there, I'm done ironing, and this is what I have. It's very beautiful. So once this is done, you take your back piece and then you place it shoulder to shoulder, and then I'll go ahead and pin it like so. Once I'm done pinning, I'm trying to pin it, but once I'm done pinning, just watch carefully what I'm doing. Fold the collar backwards to enter into your neckline for the back, and then you go ahead and pin it. So you're going to go ahead and sew it like so, starting from the shoulder. When you get to where the shoulder stops, make sure you align that place properly, and then go ahead and sew it gently towards the back neckline. So you're sewing from your shoulder, and then you're attaching the collar directly to the back neckline. So once you're done sewing, this is what you have, and then you go ahead and repeat the same process for the lining. So for the shoulder joining, the lining is different from the main piece. So when you get to that edge around the shoulder, just go ahead and flip your collar backwards and make sure you sew it, attach it to the back neckline. That is it. So the 3.5 inches you left for your collar, you're going to attach it to your back neckline. So go ahead and notch that junction, or that part where your collar and your shoulder meet. So when you notch it, you go ahead and flip it over, and this is what I have. You can see my collar is already sitting pretty right there. So this is it. So the next thing to go ahead and do is I'll bring my back piece together, and then I'll close my zipper allowance at 1.5 inches. So once I'm done closing my zipper allowance, I'll flip it over. Then I'll go ahead and pin both my center front and center back together, making sure they meet at the middle, and then I'll align it properly. And then around that way, I'll place my bust measurement divided by 4 at 9 inches, and then my under bust at 7.5 inches, and then I'll connect it. So I'm going to go ahead and sew across that line like so. So I'm done sewing, and this is what I have. Then I'm going to go ahead and sew my sleeve. So the length of my sleeve is 14 inches. I'm going to go ahead and mark a straight line across it, and then I'm going to come down by 5 inches right there, and then I'll connect it to a straight line, and then I'll go ahead and bring my back piece together, and then I'll mark across it. Whatever I have, I'm going to go ahead and place it across my sleeve length like so, and then I'll add extra 6 inches to it. So, and then I'll connect all the points together. Once this is done, I'll go ahead and cut out 2 pieces of this, and then I'll also cut out lining for it. So once that is done, I've gone ahead to attach my lining to it. And then after attaching my lining, I'm going to go ahead and sew a straight line across it, and that is where I'm going to be putting in my elastic band. So this line is going to be for my elastic casing. So after doing the casing, I'll go ahead and put in my elastic rubber into my sleeve like so. So go ahead and do your casing whichever way you know how to do it best. So after putting my rubber into my elastic casing, I'll go ahead and pull it through, and I'll do the same thing for both sides of my sleeve. And then once that is done, I'm going to go ahead and put it together like so, and then I'll fold it inward, right sides facing each other, and then I'll sew across it. So sewing across it is joining my sleeves together, and then I've done that for the other side, and then I'm going to go ahead and attach my sleeve to my armhole. I'll make sure that while attaching it, I have a scattered pleat around it. So I have a scattered pleat. I don't want the pleats to be together, so I'll just leave a scattered pleat around it like so. So what I'll be doing next is a mini tutorial on how to achieve both peplums. So I tried achieving it on camera with my main fabric. It wasn't showing very well, so I had to do a video. So your fabric is folded into 2, and then you go ahead and fold it on bias, and then around that part you place your underbust measurement divided by 4. You can go ahead and add extra half an inch for zipper allowance, which is okay, and then you mark across it. Once that is done, minus your half cut measurement from your waistline, and then go ahead and place your gown length. So my half cut measurement is 16 inches. I minus it around that area, and then I mark my gown length. So your gown length, if it's 60 inches, 62 inches, just go ahead and indicate it, and then cut it out like so. So this is the flare for the down part of your dress. This is what you have for the flare. So the next thing to go ahead and do is to fold your fabric into two, like so. For the upper flea, which is a handkerchief flea, fold this into 4, and then you go ahead and mark across it your underbust measurement, divide by 4, and then you're going to go ahead and cut it out. Once you're done cutting it out, slit the sides open, the both sides, slit it open, and then open it up, so you have something like a square shape under and then around the side. So this is called a handkerchief flea. Now you place it on top of your down peplum, and then this is the result you have. So go ahead and sew or join it side by side, and then after joining it, this is what I have. So around this joining, make sure you place it flat open like so and indicate the middle, and then slit it open. That is going to be where your zipper is going to be entering. So your zipper is going to be sitting around that part. So this is what you have. It's very beautiful, and it's a handkerchief flea. So you place it on top of your other flea like so, and then you can see right there the joining around the side is not entering into any allowance by the side. So you want that part to be floating. So once that is done, go ahead and stitch this together like so, and then this is what you're going to have. So you can see it right there. It's very beautiful. So around the back is where your zipper allowance is going to sit. So I'm done sewing mine, and then I'm going to go ahead and attach it to my upper bodice like so. So I'll place it right sides facing each other, and then I'm going to go ahead and sew it together with a straight line. So I'm done sewing it, and this is what it looks like. So the next thing to go ahead and do is to go ahead and fix my zipper to my dress. So to fix my zipper, I'll go ahead and place my back piece right sides facing each other, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring my zipper, and then I'll place it and indicate where I want my zipper to stop. So this is where I want my zipper to stop, and then once that is done, I'll go ahead and pick the 4 pieces of peplum I have, which is I'll join them together. After joining them together, and then I'm going to go ahead and close up from that part to the hem of my dress, and then I'll fix my zipper. So with this, we've come to the end of today's tutorial. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I love you all. Bye.